Hi, Felicia here. If you've thought about getting into machine embroidery, I've got the machine for you. This is the Poolin EOC05 Embroidery Machine. They sent this to us to review and we were impressed. Take a look at what you get and the features that sets this machine apart from others. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. First, there's an instruction manual as well as a quick start guide. I went through 10 or so pages of this manual and it's one of the best I've seen. It's well written and easy to follow. Then there's a package of 25 bobbins already threaded in lots of colors. There's a stand for threading to use if you don't want to put the spools of thread directly on the machine, a 9 1/4 by 3.9 inch hoop. There's a dust cover that helps you keep your machine clean and free of debris. There's also a package of tools that contains screwdrivers, scissors, a stylus, extra bobbins, 3 packages of needles, and so much more. There's also a second hoop that's 4 inches by 4 inches. Yep, this machine comes with 2, and of course a power cord. Now under the packaging material, you're going to find the embroidery arm, and I'm going to show you shortly how to attach it to the machine. Then they give you a bag or a package of stabilizer. That's pretty kind of them. They give you also a box of 6 different colors of thread, which we'll look at in a minute, and of course the machine itself. There was hardly any packaging materials to remove, just a piece of blue tape, a small piece of styrofoam, and a tag. To recap, you get all these things in the box, which is everything you need to get started. I love that you get 2 hoops, and I'm excited to be able to make bigger things that would fit maybe on a hoodie. The 6 different colors are here, and they are bigger spools than I'm used to. This machine comes fully threaded from the upper as well as a full bobbin. You're ready to start embroidering straight out of the box. So far, I'm pretty impressed with this machine, so let's take a deeper dive into it. The right side of the machine is where you connect the power cord, turn the machine on, and where you place the included thumb drive. Did I mention that they provide that as well? Installing the embroidery arm was easy. You just line up those connector slots and slide it on the machine. It only goes on one way, so there's nothing to it. To remove the arm, you just press the lever on the bottom of the arm and pull it off. Here's what it looks like from underneath. That little lever is what you would click to be able to pull the arm off. Again, to attach it, you just slide it on the machine and it clicks into place. Let's turn the machine on by first plugging in the power cord and flipping the switch to on the right side of the machine. When you do that, the 7-inch LCD screen comes on showing the Poolin logo. And then in just a second, the embroidery arm is going to move. So be sure to keep your hands and other items away from this area when that's moving. This machine comes with a 7-inch LCD screen, which I believe is larger than any other machine like it. You can adjust the language settings to your preferences by selecting one of the 10 language options under the menu. This machine comes with 96 built-in patterns for you to use if you want. You can scroll through and see the variety that they offer to you. There are 10 screens here. Once you select one, it appears on the upper screen. Then you can go about making some changes to it by clicking on the config button at the top. You can change thread color. You can select whether you're using the large hoop or a smaller one. You can also rotate your design whichever way you want. You can see there on the screen that it's rotating. You can also size it up or down. Just be aware that if you size it up too much, it will give you a message letting you know that your image may degrade because it's too large. Back under pattern, you can choose letters from the 9 different lettering fonts that are included with the machine. You can also add a border to your design by clicking the pattern border option, and then there are quite a few options for you to choose from. You can also add text to your design, which would come in handy if you were looking to add personalization to a project. Let's take a look at how to install the hoop. First, turn the machine off and then lift the foot. Then you slide the hoop under the foot and you simply snap it in place. To remove it, you press the silver tab and slide it back under the foot. And you do this exact same thing whether you're using the large foot or the small foot. I found hooping the machine super easy. What I always find difficult is hooping the material. To hoop the material, just loosen the screw holding the inner hoop within the outer hoop. You'll notice arrows on both pieces of the hoop. That tells you how the two pieces should line up and snap back together. Place your stabilizer on the outer hoop, then your material on top of that, followed by the inner hoop on the top of that, sort of kind of making a sandwich. And once you have them in place and the material is taut, go ahead and tighten that screw back up. Now let's import a design. I've downloaded one from Z Digitizing and I'll include their information in the description of this video. I have that file on the thumb drive, which is installed on the right of the machine. Then on the LCD screen under Pattern, I select the USB pattern and then select the design that I want to use. Under Config, I'm going to change the colors so that at each color switch stop, I know which color I want to use next. Simply click on the color layer to the right of the image, then under Color at the bottom, select the color you will want. Do this for each color you want to change until you have the design the way you want it. From there, I make sure to have the right size hoop selected for the project, and in this case, it's the 4" by 4" one, and then I click the embroider button at the top. The machine came with a bobbin already full with thread and installed, but I wanted to show you how to change it. Simply pop off that clear plastic cover and remove the bobbin. The thread needs to be going counterclockwise when you install it. Once you have it back in the casing, pull the thread through the slot to the left and around until it cuts itself. That's it. Slide the plastic cover back on and you're ready to go with this part. To thread the upper, place your thread on the spool holder and place a cap on it to hold it in place. Then simply follow the numbers on the top of the machine for 1 and 2. Then bring the thread down to the front for 3 and 4. It gets a little hard to show this, but the thread goes in the number 5 slot, then gets looped around this hook. Once you have the thread on that hook, you press the lever down on the left, and that brings up the thread hook which surrounds the needle. You slide the thread through the front of that before slowly letting the lever rise. You can then pull the thread through and out of the way. Now the fun starts. Let's embroider our design. I've got some material hooped and I'm just going to go ahead and install that hoop by sliding it under the foot and snapping it in place. Once I've got that, I'll lower the foot and then I'm ready to press the Ready button on the LCD screen, followed by the green up arrow. I really like how you can monitor progress on the LCD screen. It shows you graphically where the design is stitching as well as the total number of stitches with a count to give you an indication of how much time is left in the hourglass. When it finishes a color, it stops and the LCD screen shows what color is next. You rethread the upper and start the stitching back up. You repeat this process for each color change. I'm really happy with the way this design turned out. This Poolin embroidery machine is so easy to use and has so many awesome features, from the fact that you can unbox it and it's ready to go, to the large 7-inch LCD screen, to it coming with 2 hoops and so much more. If you're in the market for an embroidery machine, definitely take a look at Poolin. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Lots more crafting content coming to you soon.